So I just made a video out of boredom of all my gear, my arsenal, and just completely forgot a few other items I have. So I decided to just do it again. I'm really bored right now. This time of year, the fishing is so slow, at least the kind of fishing that I do. So I've had time to actually organize all my gear and clean a lot of it up and re-spool and make this video. So we'll start up here. On my wall is mostly my heavy and long stuff that'll run into the roof if I put it on the spinning rack. I have this Van Staal VS150 I picked up for half the price and pretty much new looking condition, used from somebody. It's on that 8-foot star rod with a 40-pound braid on it, I believe. This is a Daiwa Ballistic 6000. This thing has caught a lot of nice fish for me. It's so powerful for its weight. Feels like a 4000, honestly, but it's awesome. I've thrown some really heavy topwaters with it. Does get a little tiring throwing this for a while though. This is my Penn Class 6000. This is my workhorse. This is what caught my giant cobia from shore. This is what I usually take pier fishing. You can tell it's seen some action. It's caught a lot of big snook, and it still works great. It's got 50-pound braid on it, and it is on an 8-foot carbon shield 2 that I had to patch up recently with a new guide on the tip, which is easy enough to do. So I do it a lot of my rods. Under that is a 10-foot Okuma surfing rod or surf fishing rod. I bought it to get into shark fishing and to go with this 8,000 or 8,500 Penn Clash that I have here. I got the Clashes on BOGO. I haven't used this one much. It's really heavy. And I didn't know what I was doing when I bought this rod. It's actually, I don't know where the details are, but it's actually like a medium heavy. It's not an extra heavy. So it's not really meant to sling giant baits out or battle huge fish. I bought the wrong rod. Anyway, this is a fly reel. I'm not sure what it is. It's kind of cheap, but it's on a nice sage rod. It's a 5-weight. Use it more for freshwater fishing. This is a Penn Battle II. I bought this when I was researching how to catch tarpon, right when I started fishing. This is my first heavy setup. Haven't used it much. It's a fine rod and reel. I just haven't had much use for it, but I'm sure I will someday. It's I think a 5,000. This, I don't know the brand. My brother gave it to me, but it's a 10-weight fly rod. I looked it up once. It's about a $200-something reel, and the rod too is about 200. So it's nice. It's 10 foot. It could definitely fight a juvenile tarpon or a big snook, but haven't had the chance to catch one of those on a fly yet. Then down here we have a lot of my smaller guys. This is some old crap Shimano that I put on. It still spins fine, so I put it on the sabiki rig, which I don't know, man. Got mixed feelings about the sabiki, but whatever. I don't sell gear. I keep it all. This is a Ballistic 4000. This is one of my main go-to rods and reels. It's on a Fitzgerald Aqua Dream medium, or I think it's a medium. But it is, this rod is awesome. It's got these cool guides. I've seen them on a few different brands now, but these cool guides, like this here, you can see it's got a little hole in the big guide to help. I don't know what it does, but it casts great. It's got killer action. It's awesome for throwing jigs, topwater, everything. So this is one of my mains. I love it, and it's super light. Like the rod and the reel are so light for their power. This is a Penn Spinfisher 6. It's a 2500. I haven't used it a ton. I've used it for throwing some jigs and stuff, but it's got this feature where you can like live line, where you just flip the switch and it goes from like no drag at all to whatever you want your drag to be set at. I haven't messed with that much. I should. It seems like a cool feature. This is the first rod I ever bought when I moved here. It's a red bone. And it still works great. I had to patch it up, but I have some reels that need to go on it. I just haven't got there yet. This is a Penn Battle II. I actually found this and it works great. I caught my biggest tarpon on this. I caught a 5-foot tarpon on accident. This is a 4,000, and I have video of me catching the tarpon with it. This drag held up so well. This rod did, or this reel. I never felt underpowered using it against that thing. And it's on, I think this is a Daiwa rod. This is kind of a cheaper $70 rod. This is a Penn Class or Penn Conflict II. Very light reel with some power. It's a 4,000. Caught a lot of fish with it. I throw mostly top water jigs with it. It was squeaky once, and I couldn't figure out why, and lube didn't seem to fix it. And then I just sat on it, didn't use it for a while. And then when I took it out again, it worked great. So I don't know what the deal was with that, but I've been using it a lot more lately. It's got 30-pound braid on it right now, and it is on a Penn Fierce rod, some sort, kind of cheap. This is a Staal VR50. In my opinion, it feels like a 4,000. On the heavier side of a 4,000. It's a great reel. It is my absolute favorite. I love throwing it. It feels so good and powerful. It feels so tight. The drag is just sick. I have a whole review on it you can check out on my channel. And it's on a carbon shield too as well, but a lighter one. Then we have a Penn Battle III 2500. I use this for bass fishing. That's why I got this kind of split up with some mono. I have my toadfish rod here. I just put a new guide on the tip that it needed, so I've got to get a reel on there. This is a Florida Fishing Products Osprey 3000. I caught some big snook with this, man, when I was first getting into them, but I kind of beat it up pretty bad. I've repaired it a couple times, sent it in to repair, but now the drag is kind of funky. So I just use it for bass fishing mostly. Not sure what this is. Old Field and Stream rod. Probably put something on that. This old kind of crappy Shimano Sonora. I think it's a 1500. But I use it for bass fishing as well. And then we're back to this guy. Now I got a few other guys floating around here. I've got two Cabos, a Cabo 50 here and a Cabo 40 here. Both are in good working order, except this one's missing its bail, and this one works fine. It's got a little bit of a squeak because it's missing a tiny washer on the spool. I ordered parts for both of those last June, 8 months ago. Still not here. I just emailed those guys again, like, where the hell is my order? So hopefully I get that fixed. This is a Saltis 4000. I bought this to replace the Saltis 3000 that I had, that I lost, dropped it in the water. And it's so much heavier. Like, the difference in the 3000 and 4000 is insane. Like, this feels heavier than the VR50. This feels heavier than my Ballistic 6000, feels heavier than the Clash 6000. Like, I'm honestly not a huge fan of this reel at all, but I'm keeping it because I don't sell gear. Why sell gear? What, I can get 150 bucks for that? So what, you know? I mean, 150 bucks is good money, but I'm not gonna get rid of a nice reel just for a little cash quickly, you know? And then lastly, I forgot to mention these two out here in my last video. I bought it for bass fishing. I got this Lews Mach 2 combo with some 15-pound braid on it and big jig. And then I bought this. This is a Garcia Combo, and it's got some 12-pound braid on it. The little cap on this side and cap over here popped off, which is annoying. I mean, this was a $100 combo, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it, but they're great for bass fishing. And yeah, so that's it. Got all my gear in that time. Oh, one last one is my Reddington Behemoth. Over there. This is a really nice fly reel. Well, really nice starter fly reel. It's like 120 bucks. It's an 8-weight, and this is what I've caught all my snook on so far fly fishing. Really fun, really dependable reel. Easy to cast, fun to use. So it's a great one if you're just kind of wanting to casually get into fly fishing. But that's it, man. That's my arsenal.